What is up, guys? Andrew with No Excuses TV here, and today we're talking about what we plan to use to go to the bathroom when we're boondocking in our Taxa TigerMoth. So when I first pitched the idea to Brittany about getting this TigerMoth and taking it out in the middle of nowhere where there's no electricity, no bathrooms, no nothing, she was fine with it, with one deal, is that she didn't like the idea of cat holes or just using the bathroom in the middle of nowhere. And so we've been kind of looking for solutions to this issue, because I'm not a big, I would prefer not to do cat holes, just because, I don't know, I don't think they're as clean as you can be. It's still leaving stuff behind, but we couldn't find anything that we liked as a solution until we stumbled across a company called CleanWaste. And CleanWaste makes this. They make this portable, dry toilet system. And so we reached out to them. They sent us this whole system to let us talk about, review, and unbox and all this stuff. And so we're going to talk about what's all in it, how we plan to use it, and why we're excited to specifically use this brand to help us keep that leave no trace principle of disposing of your waste properly. Alright, let's talk about what actually comes in this portable dry toilet system. So when you can see me unboxing here, and the first thing that we pull out is the backpack, then you have the tent, which is there, and the toilet stuff, and then all of the waste bags. Now that you've seen what is all in the system, let's go set it up and talk about why we like it for when we go boondocking. Alright, so I'm looking at the sun, so if I squint, I'm sorry. So over the shoulder is the setup system. Now, I am about 6 foot tall, so when I go into it, I can stand it completely up. So I can stand all the way up in the system, and I have to duck to get in, but I don't have to duck when I get in there. The seat itself is pretty cool. It holds up to 500 pounds, so it has the durability to basically take anybody who's camping in it. It's got a mesh net in it, and the mesh net is not there to hold your stuff, to hold your waste. It's there to support the go bags that you put into it. So now that you've seen it set up, let's go talk about the go bags themselves and why we like this system as our boondocking bathroom. So this is the system all packed up. You have, I'll show it to this side. You have the actual tent on the back strapped into it. The seat is inside, and on the top here is where you put all like the go bags and stuff. And then you just take it, flip around, and that's where you put it on. Alright, so it's later in the day, change clothes, back inside. We've packed up the entire kit, put it in the backpack. You saw that. I was kind of surprised that the tent actually made it back into where it was kind of clicked on the outside. I would say the entire overall time it took me to set it up, maybe 10 minutes. And that was me reading 0 instructions. So we've talked about this in videos before, that I like to put something together or try it out without looking at the instructions, without looking at how to do it, because if the product isn't like extremely just intuitive and like you understand how to do it without reading the instructions, it's kind of a drawback for me. I would rather it when you just see it, you know how to work it, or you can figure it out pretty quickly. And this did that. And so I would assume as I move forward and you try to do this a little bit more, you get quicker and quicker. So let's talk about the kit itself. And so this is kind of where all the magic happens, right? So this is the waste kit. And so what's included in this, you have the waste paper bag. It's preloaded with what they call poo powder. And so basically it's a gel that deodorizes it, and it turns liquids into solid. And so it kind of makes it easier to pack out. It's got an outside a Ziploc disposable bag, hand sanitizer, and toilet paper. So it has everything you need to use the bathroom in one of these kits. And so you can get these kits separate. It's just a go anywhere toilet kit. You don't have to have the toilet itself. You can use it with a different toilet. You don't have to have a toilet. So you can use this anywhere. So if you're just looking for the basic, maybe backpacking stuff, or you don't want the whole kit, you don't want the whole tent and everything, you just need somewhere to get rid of your waste, they do have these go anywhere toilet kits available just to give it themselves. You can also get the toilet by itself. And like we said, the toilet is about the standard toilet size. It holds up to 500 pounds. It has that mesh lining to kind of help hold the waste where the sack don't get ripped out or get all the weight pulled on it. So that's great. And then you have the tent itself, that you can get that separate as well. You can get this entire system, each part separately, or you can buy it all together as the system. So when we look at this, the only drawback that I see right now, it's a positive and a negative at the exact same time. The positive is the tent is light. It's a very light tent. It's easy to carry. It's easy to set up. It blows over in the lightest wind. And so if you're going to have it, you need to have it set up with the stakes in it pretty quickly. They come with like 6 stakes. You have some strings. You can kind of really bunker it down to where it's not going to get lost. I think this one came, I'll have to put the right number right here if I get it wrong. It came with 30 of these Go Toilet kits, the pack did, and you can buy these in sets of like 12, 50, or 100 packs, and so you can just keep refilling these as you need it. Again, the main reason that we're looking for this is because, you know, I would rather have something that actually feel like a bathroom sometimes in the boondocking. Brittany would definitely like to have that option without necessarily it being a porta potty. You know, it's going to be fine. It's going to be great. It gives you that sense of privacy when you need to use restroom and all that stuff. But it is also big into the leave no trace principles. And so we've even taught this year in my environmental science class. We have the 7 leave no trace principles, and one of them is dispose of waste properly. So that's one of the reasons I don't like cat holes necessarily, because you're introducing human waste into an area that's not used to having it. And so it's still going to introduce different microbes, different stuff into that environment. Whereas if you pack it out, maybe a little grosser, that's what this waste kit does. It kind of hopefully eliminates that because it deodorizes it, turns it solid, gets rid of that gross factor. Packing it out is really the best option. And so when I saw that CleanWaste had this opportunity and had this option of something that you could take boondocking and take with you, had to jump on it. I was so excited when they agreed to kind of send me one of these out, let me try it out. And so in a few months, I think in November, we're going, I haven't narrowed it down yet. It's either Galveston or Colorado. Kind of depends on the weather at the time on each of them. And we're going to just use this stuff. We're going to boondock. We're not going to have any power. We're going to have my solar, the Zamp. We're going to have the CleanWaste. Try to just be out in the middle of nowhere for a little bit. Enjoy it right before Thanksgiving, and then try all this stuff out, and then give you a full review on why this is like if this stuff worked well or not. And we're also going to put together a whole just like leave no trace, how we approach leave no trace in our taxa, and kind of what we do, what we plan for, how we prepare, which is number one. And then we'll show you how this kind of falls into that. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please put them in the comments down below. Have you even heard of CleanWaste? Is this something that's new to you? It was new to us. We were pretty excited when we got the opportunity, and then like as soon as we saw this, it showed up on like the Dirt, like dirt.com, which is a place where it's like a Yelp review site for campsites. We've worked with them in the past, and like it was almost like kismet. When I saw that and then saw this, it was like, oh yeah, I must have a good product on my hands. So excited to try it out. If you are not subscribed, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button down below if you like this video. We'll have more of a kind of review about this whole toilet system in the future, and we'll see you in the next one.